Alright guys, so let's, if you will, discuss real quickly the radiology technician or x-ray tech real quick. This is a 2-year degree program, and it is a good program to look into, and one that we're going to go over just a little bit here, tell you a little bit about it. So let's start off with the education. Of course, I said it was a 2-year program. I looked it up at my alma mater, my community college that I went to. It is 73 credit hours, 2 years. Of course, you're going to do a lot of anatomy and physiology because you have to know these bones and how they move and where they are. But we'll get into that here in just a second. So to compare this apples to apples, I chose the ADM program at my community college. And for whatever reason, it told me 69 credit hours. A few weeks ago, it told me 66 credit hours. So I don't know if something changed there. So the X-ray Tech program is 73 credit hours, and the ADN program is 69 credit hours. But one thing to note is that the RN ADN program is on a 7-point scale. Well, not quite 7 points, but anyways, if you score an 80, you pass. If you score 79, you fail. It worked the same way when I was in nursing school. It continues to work the same way. I believe that a lot of nursing schools work that way. But the radiology tech program or the x-ray tech program is, sorry about my kids running around upstairs. The x-ray tech program is a 73 credit hour program, 2 years, but they're based on a 10-point scale, or at least at my community college, they're based on a 10-point scale, which means if you get a 70, you pass, or a 69, you fail. So, not quite apples to apples as far as education goes. Yes, it's more credit hours, but you've got a little bit more leeway, at least at my school, with the score that you are allowed to get. As far as pay goes, locally here, you're looking at $23.28 an hour, which is $48,422.40 a year. Locally here, the RN is looking at, on average, $26.33 an hour, or $54,766.40 per year. So there's a little bit more pay for the RN than the radiology tech or the x-ray tech. Nationally, it looks about the same at $27.98 per hour for the radiology tech. That comes to $58,198.40 per year. And then with the RN nationally, you're looking at $29.64 per hour, or $61,651.20 per year. So still looking a little bit better pay for the RN, but that's what it is. So in my opinion, this is of course my opinion, I have not been a radiology tech. You do a little bit more as an RN. You do work a little bit harder, but this is my opinion. I know a lot of people are probably going to get upset about that, but in my opinion, you do work harder as a nurse than you do as an x-ray tech. Let's get into what you do as an x-ray tech. So you're going to work primarily at a hospital. However, there are mobile imaging labs. There are doctor's offices that have x-rays, CT scans. There are designated buildings that are specifically radiology buildings. They don't do any procedures. They just simply take images of your body. So you're going to work at one of these places as a radiology tech or an x-ray tech. So you're going to be able to take pictures of the insides of people, pretty much. Whereas a nurse is going to see a lot of the stuff come out of people. The grossest thing you're probably going to see is an open compound fracture where the bone is just stuck out and doesn't look cool. So you're definitely going to see some broken stuff. You're probably going to see some traumatic stuff. Probably some head wounds, some just internal stuff that is just wrong. Forgive me for not knowing the names of specific bones and how they work. Anatomy and physiology is just my hardest part, and I can't really name them all. But you're going to see some crazy things that you're going to be able to tell people, like, I saw this inside of somebody one time. And you're going to really be the one to find that. Now, radiology tech does not diagnose anything. You still need a provider to diagnose. However, you're going to know that arm is broken, or that leg is broken, or somebody got something going wrong up in here. You know this. But however, the provider still has to take a look at it. A radiology tech or an x-ray tech does not diagnose. What they do is they look at the images, they take the image, they are the ones putting people on the tables, putting people in front of the, I'm going to call them cameras, forgive me, you put them in front of the cameras. Now, as a nurse, I have never assisted a radiology tech or an x-ray tech. As a CNA, I did it maybe 2-3 times a month when I was at the hospital, especially as a CNA at the hospital. You're going to go down there as a radiology tech. You are going to be lifting people from the bed or the chair or wherever it may be onto these machines that you're going to take the images of them. So you've got to be able to pick something up. Yes, you are probably going to have to lift people. Now you do have equipment, lift chairs, Hoyer lifts, things like that, but you still kind of have to lift people, even using those devices. You know, they're not the end all be all. You still have to kind of control these people. So you're going to do some lifting, you're going to do some moving, you're going to do some hard work at times. Yes, I will say yes, you do hard work. You're also going to have a very good vocabulary with anatomy and physiology. As I said before, I do not have a very good anatomy and physiology vocabulary. I can probably name the bone, but other than that, I'm pretty well lost. I could do it fairly well in nursing school, at least enough to get me by, but a radiology tech or an x-ray tech, you're going to have to know what does what and where it goes. You just have to. I mean, the providers that you will see are specialists, and this, in my opinion, the specialist providers have the biggest vocabularies, and they don't dumb it down for you. I'll take med-surg physician all day over a specialist when it comes to communicating with them. You think I'm playing? I just can't communicate with a specialist. And as a radiology tech or an x-ray tech, that's specifically who you're going to see, unless you have like a family provider sending somebody over to you. You're going to deal a lot with the radiologist. So keep up with your vocabulary and your anatomy and physiology, because you're going to have to know it. This is a hard job to do. As I said before, not as hard as nursing. I don't, in my opinion, I just don't believe it is as hard as nursing. Some people probably will disagree with me, and that's okay. I will listen to you, but I don't think it's as hard as nursing. You still get paid fairly well. It is a 2-year program, and your grading scale is different than nursing school. So not a bad place to start, not a bad place to go. At the moment, according to Indeed, in my local area, there are 99 job openings for a x-ray tech or radiology tech, and there are 963 nursing positions that are open. So keep that in mind. If you are looking at being a radiology tech or an x-ray tech, go for it. Go ahead and do it. Don't let nothing stop you. But I hope it helps. Thank you much.